is a question from the book. At noon, ship A is 100 kilometers from ship B, and I draw something here. You can see this is ship A, this is ship B, and there are 100 kilometers between them. And ship A is sailing south at 35 kilometers per hour. The speed is 35. And the ship B is sailing north at 25 kilometers per hour, and so the speed is 25. And this is D. I should write D here. And it's asking how fast is the distance between the ships changing at 4 p.m. And at first it's at noon, and here we can know it's 4 p.m. So that means the ships um they have gone for 4 hours. So we know the speed and we can know the distance, just 4 times the speed. We know AC and BD, and also we know AB, the distance is 100 kilometers. And we need to know how fast is the distance between the ships changing at 4 p.m. So we need to know the distance. The distance. I mean, CD is the distance between both ships, and we all know that in this kind of question we need to make a rectangle. We need to make a triangle things, so we can use. So it's a right angle triangle, and so we can get the answers by putting b squared minus c squared equals a squared, this kind of thing. But we don't know. So I draw something here, like AB equals CE and AC equals BE. I mean, I draw this thing here, and I made a triangle here. It's right angle triangle. And I make D equals C, on DC equals A, and C equals B. And so from this stuff, I should write the derivative function is 2b, because b is not changing, it's 100 kilometers. So I just need to know it's 2b plus 2c, because c is changing, so we need to put derivative of c there, and a is changing too, so it's 2a derivative. But there are already several 2. We just cross them out, and we will get this function. But at first we need to know, because I put AC here, I put AC into B, and we need to know the speed here. I mean, DC DT. I just need to know the speed, because I don't need to know the on which I don't need to know where it's going. I don't need to think about the positive and negative thing. I just put here, look at this. I just put at this thing here. They are all positive. I just put their speed together. And from this thing, I can get the answer here. I just put the number, these numbers inside the function. And here A, we don't know the distance between these two ships. We need to know A, but here is a rectangle. Here is a triangle. We know CE and DE, so it's this square plus this square and the square root of this thing. We can get CD. And by putting it's here. And so we know already that we had already know these datas. We just I just doing some calculate things, and I can get the answer is 10.256 kilometers square, the square of S, and that's the answer.